Good day everyone. Good day sir. My name is Clark Cipizon and I am going to present my research. And this is my research title, Unlocking Potential, Investigating Factor Influencing Poor Production Performance in Native Animal Species. Introduction. Native farm animals stand as living testaments to centuries of co-evolution with their environment, embodying resilience, adaptability, and cultural significance. Yet, despite their historical importance and unique genetic attributes, many native animals breeds face a troubling reality marked by poor production outcomes. This phenomenon, rooted in a complex interplay of socio-economic, environmental, and institutional factors, poses significant challenges to agricultural sustainability, biodiversity conservation, and rural livelihood. At the heart of the issue lies a confluence of challenges that hinder the productive potential of native animals, limited access to resources including land, water, quality forage, constrain the ability of farmers to provide optimal conditions for animal husbandry. Inadequate infrastructure such as transportation network and veterinary service exacerbates the isolation of rural communities and impedes the delivery of essential support systems. Additionally, genetic erosion driven by the widespread adoption of commercial breed and industrial farming practices threatens the genetic diversity inherent in native animal population, undermining the resilience to environmental stressors and disease. Socioeconomic constraints further compound the plight of native farm animals, with smallholder farmers often facing limited access to market, credit, and technical assistance. Marginalized by mainstream agricultural system geared toward intensive production models, these farmers struggle to derive economic viability from traditional livestock rearing practices, perpetuating a cycle of poverty and disinvestment in native animal breeds. Moreover, shifting consumer preference and global market dynamic favoring the uniformity of efficiency pose challenges to the market and valorization of native animal products, further marginalizing these breeds in livestock sector. Amidst this challenge, however, lie opportunities for innovation, collaboration, and system change. Recognize the intrinsic value of native farm animals in terms of genetic diversity, cultural heritage, and ecosystem resilience. Stakeholders across sector are increasingly mobilizing to address the root cause of poor production, from grassroots conservation effort led by indigenous communities to policy initiative promoting agri-ecological farming practices and market access for small-scale producers. A growing movement is underway to safeguard and revitalize native animal population. In this introduction, we embark on a journey to unravel the complexities surrounding the poor production of native farm animals, probing the underlying drivers, consequences, and potential pathway for transformative action by exploring the intricate web of challenge and opportunity inherent in this issue. We endeavor to foster a deeper understanding of the importance of native animal breed in fostering sustainable agriculture, preserving biodiversity, and empowering rural communities worldwide. Objectives. These are objectives. Addressing the underlying cause of poor production in native farm animals, promoting their conservation, enhancing their productivity, and safeguarding the livelihood of communities dependent on this valuable genetic resource by pursuing this following objective in a coordinate and collaborative manner. First objective is to optimize cost-effect formulated diet and ration. Second is nutrition requirements recommendation. Third is establish protein utilization and energy requirement. Fourth is identify levels of intrusion and toxicity or quality. And this is the method of and materials. The study on core production of native farm animals employed a mixed methods approach to comprehensively investigate the underlying factor contributing to this phenomenon. Conducted in diverse geographical area encompassing varying climates, topographies, and agricultural practices. The research focused on assessing production performance, environmental condition, and socio-economic factor influencing native animal population. Data collection involved an observational and research method to gather information, productivity, efficiency, access to resource, and management practices among farmers and livestock keepers. Genetic analysis was also conducted to assess the genetic diversity and population structure of native animal breeds, utilizing molecular techniques and genetic markers to infer relationship among individual and population. Ethical consideration were paramount with protocols in place to ensure compliance with ethical guidelines for research involving animal, including human handling and treatment procedures. Despite effort to address potential limitations such as sample size constraint and data availability issues, the study acknowledged the inherent complexities and contextual nuance, material methods, and procedures. The research aimed to contribute to a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by native animal population and inform evidence-based intervention to improve their productivity and welfare. Review of related literature. Overview of native chicken breeds in Italy. Small-scale production and marketing. The loss of biodiversity is a matter of great concern worldwide. In the agricultural sector, the industrialization of livestock farming and the widespread use of highly selected hybrids, especially in developed countries, has led to the progressive extinction of many native breeds. In this context, nowadays, safeguarding poultry biodiversity is a key objective in all developed countries. Italy include as part of a large cross-sectional national project called Conservation of Biodiversity in Italian Poultry Breeds. A questionnaire was designed to evaluate the diffusion of native chicken breeds and their relative product markets. The data revealed the poor diffusion of native breeds despite the existence of niche market for their production. Indeed, increasing consumer concern about conventional production practices and growing demand for alternative poultry products, which can fetch high retail price, should be leveraged to encourage the diffusion of native chicken breeds in alternative poultry farming. An important knock-on effect would be preservation of biodiversity. Next, phenotype, phenotypic characterization of native chicken lines in South Africa. Native chicken lines in South Africa are associated primarily with rural households. A program was established only as recently as 1994 to conserve the different lines found in South Africa, as no scientific data was available on the production traits of these lines. A research trial was conducted to describe them phenotypically in terms of their growth, carcass traits, and egg production. Four different native lines, the Koik, Koik, and Naked Neck, Liboa, Venda, and Obambo chicken were included in the study. Significant differences were observed among the lines, which means that the lines could be described as different native lines in terms of their phenotypic traits. The Obambo chicken had the best growth performance, while the Koik Koik showed the highest performance for egg production. Although the production is poor in comparison with commercial lines, the contribution of these breeds to household food security application in low input systems should be recognized and further investigated. Next, animal production from native pasture built in Free State region, a perspective of grazing ruminants. The seasonal variation in diet selection and herbage intake of cattle and sheep, and the effect on animal performance at various research centers are put into perspective, taking into consideration the annual rainfall and its distribution. The most important constraint on animal production from pastures appears to be the insufficient intake of digestible nutrients in relation to animal requirements, which may at times be aggravated by deficiencies of specific nutrients in the herbage. Supplementary feeding may increase the nutrients intake of grazing ruminant and correct deficiency in pasture. However, despite considerable cost incurred, animal response to supplementation can be best to be described as unpredictable and far less than might be expected from feeding standard. Renewed effort toward gaining a more comprehensive understanding of and explanation for the interaction between the integrated animal plant biological system of grazing condition are discussed. Next, result and discussion. The Discussion of poor production of native animal encompasses several critical topics, including optimizing a cost-effective formulating diet and ration, nutrient requirement, recommendation, establishing the protein utilization and energy requirement, and identifying level of inclusion and toxicity or equality. In addressing poor production in native animal, optimizing a cost-effective and formulated diet and ration emerged as a crucial component. Formulating diet tailor the specific nutritional needs of native animals while considering cost-effective essential for improving productivity and overall health. By utilizing locally available feed resource and agricultural byproducts, farmers can minimize feed costs while ensuring adequate nutrients intake. Additionally, incorporating feed ingredients with high nutritional value and digestibility can enhance feed efficiency and optimize animal performance. However, achieving cost-effective must be balanced with meeting the nutrition requirements of native animals to avoid deficiency that could further exacerbate poor production outcomes. Therefore, a careful balance between cost consideration and nutrition adequate is necessary to develop diet that promote optimal growth, reproduction, and overall performance in native animal population. Collaborative effort between researchers, extension service, and farmer are essential to develop cost-effective diet formulation tailored to the specific needs and condition of native animal breeds, ultimately contributing to improved production outcome and sustainable farmer practices. Establishing protein utilization and energy requirement is paramount for addressing poor production in native animals. By determining the optimal balance between protein and energy in diet, farmers can effectively support the physiological needs of native animals, maximizing their performance and productivity. This entails understanding the specific protein and energy requirement of each species and breed, considering factors such as age, reproductive stage, and activity level. Through carefully formulation of diets that meet these requirements, farmers can ensure that their animals receive adequate nutrition to thrive and overcome the challenges associated with poor production. Identifying level of inclusion and toxicity in feed ingredients is equally critical for ensuring the quality and safety for formulated diet of native animals. Evaluating feed ingredients for their nutritional composition, digestibility, and potential contaminants or toxins is essential to prevent adverse health effects and production losses. By conducting thorough assessment and monitoring the level of inclusion of specific ingredients, farmer can make informed decision to optimize diet formulation and mitigate potential risk. Moreover, regular quality control measures and adherence to safety standards are essential to safeguard the health and well-being of the animal population, thereby contributing to improve production outcome and sustainable farming practices. These include that addressing poor production in native animals requires a multi-phase approach that encompasses both nutrition, optimized, and quality assurance in diet formulation. By establishing protein utilization, the energy requirement based on scientific evidence, and monitoring level of inclusion and toxicity in feed ingredients, farmer can develop diet that can meet the specific nutrition needs by the native animals while ensuring their safety and well-being. Through collaborative effort between researchers, nutritionists, veterinary, and farmers, sustainable solution can be implemented to enhance the productivity, health, and resilience of native animals population, ultimately fostering a more sustainable and profitable livestock sector. Conclusion and recommendation. In conclusion, addressing the challenges of poor production in native animal necessities a comprehensive and collaborative approach that considers various aspects of animal husbandry, genetics, nutrition, and socioeconomic factors by recognizing the intrinsic value of animal breeds in terms of genetic diversity, cultural heritage, and environmental sustainability. Stakeholders can prioritize the development and implementation of targeted intervention to improve production outcome. This may involve initiatives such as genetic conservation and selective breeding program to enhance desirable traits, optimization of cost-effective and locally sourced diet tailored to nutritional requirements, and capacity building effort to empower farmers with the knowledge and resource need for sustainable livestock management. Moving forward, it is imperative to prioritize research and innovation aimed at a better understanding the unique characteristics and needs of native animal breeds. These include further exploration of their genetic diversity, nutritional requirements, and adaptive capabilities to diverse environmental conditions. Additionally, effort should be made to develop the disseminate evidence-based best practices and guidelines for sustainable management and conservation of native animal population. Collaborative partner between researcher and the extension service, policy makers, and farmer are essential for translating research findings into actionable strategies that address the root cause of poor production and promote the resilience and viability of native breeds. Citation. And this is a citation, and that's all. Thank you very much.